Welcome everyone, my name is Ryan and we are back with more Vintage Story Prehistoric. That's right, this is the dinosaur world. Oh my gosh, and I don't know what live stream we're on, which number it is in the series, but we've been alive for basically 1 year. So we're still in year zero. It's not quite a full year. I guess I'm exaggerating a little bit here, overestimating my survival abilities, but we're almost to a full year. And of course, this has been a challenge run. Hey, what's up, Matza? How's it going, buddy? Yeah, so we have limited lives in this run, and we're on our last one. So it is a hardcore run from here on out, people. There we go. We got chat on now. How's it going, my friend? How are you, Matza? Still working, buddy? Still at work? Let's see. So we got food. All right, got to take a little bit of a stock of what we've got going on here. It's been about a week since we streamed. I stream Vintage Story every weekend. And here we go. We also do Cataclysm. Let's see. Now, no, I'm back from work. Okay, right on, my friend. Right on. Well, welcome home, buddy. Let's see. We got some brass bits. Let's take those upstairs to our newly constructed blacksmithing level. Our house is a vertical tower, basically. I need to install a clutch or a brake at least, but yeah, let's just toss that in here. We do have a working health hammer though, and I'm pretty proud of that. But the sail that we've got, this is going to be our goat room, and the sail that we've got is pretty pathetic. I won't lie to you. It's just literally, I think it's one set of sails there. But yeah, speaking of the goats though, we are going to go pay them a visit. Let's see, what time is it? It's almost well, it is evening, so we're going to go to bed soon. Cutie Bun Bunny, hello. So good to see this on my lunch break. It's the pep I need for an open to close shift at a medical clinic on Friday. Oh my gosh, thanks for streaming. Well, you're welcome, Kitty Bun Bunny. Thanks for putting in the long hours there at the medical clinic. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of folks who appreciate you, even if they're not in the in the right state of mind to thank you at the time. I know how it is. I actually worked in a urgent care clinic, which is nowhere near like a full hospital, obviously, but it kind of gives a person a taste of the medical field, which is very, very high stress, long hours. Yeah, it's a rough gig for sure. But thanks for coming by the stream, my friend. I appreciate you. Matza says, so there's chaos down there. Wait, I got sick going on for worse. Oh, okay. Right on, my friend. Well, I'm sure without you, the boat is it's probably sunk. No, I'm just kidding. I shouldn't say that. It's not sunk, but I'm sure there is chaos without their chief engineer. All right, let's see. Okay, so I think we'll just go ahead and sleep. I don't know if there's any blacksmithing we really want to do. What is in here? I've kind of forgotten. Oh, we've got more raw ingot molds. That's right, that's right. Let's check on our armor. It's looking good. We've got almost full iron. We are missing the legs, but we've also got the jerkin on. So, all right, let's just go to sleep. I want to get this underway. I've got a little bit of a plan for today. I'd like to use our stone quarry tools and get a bunch of stone so that we can actually maybe work on the house a little bit with something other than just rammed earth. That'd be great. I'd like to expand the cellar too, so there's an issue. Oh, people, so you're understaffed? Yeah, that's actually an issue at my workplace too. It's not the same, obviously very, very different type of work, but it's interesting. So the boat is not going for most of the day. Ouch. That's rough, buddy. That's rough for them. Okay, I've got 2 crocs on me here with 4. Let's drop a little bit of the food down below. Let's see. Andy, what's up, buddy? It is Dino time, my friend. That is right. Thanks for coming by the stream, though. Appreciate you. Are you on the multiplayer server? Having fun? Let's see. I would have been on there this morning. I actually got on super early, but then I recorded an episode of the Snowball Earth. Oh, you're getting closer to having more spells. Nice, nice. Excuse me. I like how it seems like it's a pretty slow progression with that Rustbound magic mod that you're talking about. That's good, that's good. I like that, slows you down, forces you to take your time. All right, it's a little still too dark out there. Let's take a look at what we got going on. We got bloomeries. Okay, we do have some blooms in there. That one, oh, interesting. Okay, yeah, I put a partial load in this. It just didn't even touch some of the nuggets. That's interesting. Hey, Saturn's here. What's up, my friend? Thanks for coming by the live stream. Appreciate you warping in from Saturn. All right, let's put these down. Where am I putting my blocks at these days? That there. Cutie says, oh man, hardware updating the house from earth to stone. We're moving up. Well, you know how it is. The winter time is the perfect time for building, you know, don't you think? It's, well, yeah. Not much else to do out here. We got lots of food, so I'm not worried about that. And, of course, without a map, since we're on a... Oh, no, what am I doing? Since we're on a Homo sapiens run, there is no map. And going out and just exploring is a little bit treacherous, so we got to kind of deal with that. Everything we need, we try and get it as close to home as possible. One of the things that we haven't managed to find yet is honey, but... let's see. From Saturn, we don't warp, we loop. I gotcha, buddy. I gotcha. It's an intentionally slow mod. It's the perfect time for expanding. That's right, dude. Stone is a big progression for sure. So we did. Yeah, I've got 4 iron splitters. I'll leave the wedges here. The chisels stay here for when we return. But yeah, we're going to go on a little stone expedition. And I think, I just tried to open the map. I literally just hit the M button to show you guys where we're going to go, but that's not how this game works. No. I literally just explained that. Let's see, stone, yeah. So there's a basalt biome over by our goats. So we're going to go feed our goats, check and see if maybe any of them are pregnant. I don't think it would have been soon enough for them to give birth, but boy, the weather's really bad out here. Winter has set in here, folks, so we're just killing a couple of minutes. Let's see, where's all my medium fertility soil? Oh, look at that. I do have a couple pallets. 5 shale, 4 shale. That's not enough. We need more. Yeah, we're going to go get more than that. I forgot about that. I'm waiting for this house to have floors made of checkerboard of silver and gold blocks. That's how you flex. No kidding. That would be quite the flex. So another thing, okay, here we go. One thing I'd really like to do is get our farming area laid out. So it's like as soon as the spring comes in, we can start planting some of the few seeds that we have. But it's kind of annoying because if we do it, I'm going to do it out here in the lake. And of course I have to break like every one of these ice blocks. So I don't know. Maybe we won't do that. We'll try and find something else to do, but I don't want to wait until the snow or the ice fully melts. I feel like it'll be a little too late by then. But either way, that's for the morning or the next day maybe. Let's see, where's my hammer? It's probably all upstairs. I'm gonna have to keep an extra hammer on the ground floor so I don't have to climb up here every time. All right, we've got 2 hammers. Let me look in here. Do I have any broken tools? I thought we had 3 hammers, but that'll do. I'm going to do a little impromptu tutorial on the stone quarry mod. These things are great, but now we got to be careful because in this world, hold on, let me think. There's actually cave-ins, so let's whip up some beams, right? Yeah, let's make some beams. If I'm not mistaken, the recipe is we got to strip the bark. Is that right? Yeah. It's one of the few things that's made from strip bark. Support beams. There it is, baby. All right, let's grab a shovel. Cutie says, just the jump from cobble to cutstone feels like a huge run in regular runs. Yeah, we've got this fantastic mod. It's called Stone Quarry. It introduces these splitter plugs, and we use those in combination with a few other tools. If you're not familiar with it, we're going to take a look at how it works right now, but it's a phenomenal mod. I love it. And it makes just acquiring actual stone, whether it's polished or ashlar, or even just little blocks, it makes it so great. Alright, but let me see, where's my saw? I think it's in the chest with, yeah, here it is. Alright, so... boom, there we go. Yeah, cutie, you mentioned streaming, though, when I first started, and actually I think I'm going to do a double stream today. If there are any RimWorld fans out there, there's been a new DLC released this very day, just a couple hours ago. In fact, it came out, called Odyssey, and I love RimWorld, so I think, yeah, we're going to try a little bit of a stream later on. Yeah, that's right, buddy. Alright, so my flax is definitely not going to grow, but we'll leave that for now. There is a mosasaur right there. It's covered in snow, so it's freaking camouflaged, but it's there. Alright, let's move. Let's move, being careful. We can't let our guard down just because it's snowy. Yeah, that's right. Let's go, buddy. The new DLC is based off of a mod from like 4 years ago. Oh, the ship one? Yeah. Yeah, I love the RimWorld developers, man. They will take the best mods and kind of incorporate ideas, or yeah, like Andy says, there's the spaceship mod. Oh, holy hell, what's that? Oh, that's a Triceratops. It's getting harder and harder to identify dinosaurs in this weather. But it will still cost you about the same amount of metal for the tools as you use the pick, maybe a bit less over time. Build your own ship. Yeah, it looks amazing. Definitely does. Let's see. Cutie says, oh man, I have to catch the second stream after I'm home. But yeah, I'm going to take a little break in between. Like, I'm not going to start streaming immediately after this one ends. I'm going to cook some lunch and stuff. But yeah, probably sometime this evening. For sure, for sure. But I'm excited for it. I love RimWorld. I was a little disappointed by the Anomaly DLC. It wasn't my favorite. I'd say out of, I think, the 4 total up to that point, that was my least favorite. But I also think that Biotech was an absolute masterpiece. The DLC before Anomaly, the one that introduced like babies and the different xenotypes and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, that one was like, is so good. And I'm sort of anticipating Odyssey to be more on the level of Biotech rather than Anomaly, at least for me personally. Like I said, I'm sure there's a lot of folks out there who just adore Anomaly and love it to death, but I'm not one of those. It was okay. I did my playthrough with it, you know, but it's good to eat between the streams. That's right, buddy. Yeah, I'm not one of those streamers who eats on stream for sure. Well, you see, I don't have a camera, so I guess I could, but no, I'm not going to do that. Oh, let's see. There they are. It's a little bit hard to see them sometimes. Everything's harder. It's all white out. Alright, so not sure who, but I saw YouTube, someone doing a Jurassic playthrough on RimWorld. That's cool. Yeah, they've got a whole bunch of dinosaur mods. You know, I've got several different series on my YouTube channel for RimWorld. It was actually not the very first game I uploaded, but it was the second game I ever uploaded to YouTube was RimWorld. And I've got a bunch. I've got a LOTOR, Lord of the Rings themed. We got a Star Wars themed. Bunch of stuff. I did a medieval playthrough. I think it was my most recent, or one of my more recent ones. But yeah, if you're interested, check it out. But like I said, we're gonna have a whole bunch of new RimWorld content coming out. So don't sweat that. We'll be bringing it back. I just took a kind of an extended break from the game after I discovered this game and Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead. Those two games, Vintage Story and Cataclysm, really did just take up like all my gaming brain power, you know. I had to stop playing RimWorld in order to focus on these two. Let's see. Reminded me of hardware. That's nice. Thank you. You could eat on the stream and do a food review. What was the first series I uploaded was Valheim. Valheim, believe it or not, which is a game I like, but I was just happened to be playing it at the time. So that was what my first inclination when I started my channel, I didn't do commentary. It was just me playing, no commentary whatsoever. So it's probably pretty boring for most people to watch, but nonetheless, I was like, my mindset was, I'm playing for hours a day. I might as well record it and just upload it to YouTube, get used to like the uploading system, and, maybe there'll be a few people out there interested. And obviously it took off from there, but yeah. All right, so we got to be careful here when collecting this actual stone. I don't have sideways instability turned on for dirt. In other words, we don't have dirt slides, but we do have cave-ins on this world. So, yeah, might be a little tricky. We'll see. Alright, let's do this. It could be fun to watch and no commentary. Yeah, that's for sure. You know, I enjoy no commentary videos from people who are like really good at the game for sure, but I definitely am not like an expert at Valheim or anything. I don't know. You know, I think it's common for a lot of newer people getting started out in YouTube or social media in general to be a little nervous about talking, you know, on camera and stuff. Of course, I felt that too. All right, let's do this. I don't have much of a problem with it nowadays, but talk too much, pretty much. Hello, Stargazer Andy. How are you? Found these VODs on YouTube. It's cool to catch it live. Yeah, man, thank you. Appreciate you coming by the Twitch channel. We do stream it every Friday and Sunday. I stream the Dino world, but of course we're on our last life here in the world, so if you might see some spoilers and stuff if you're still in the VOD list, but appreciate you coming by, my friend. All right. So we're just getting some stone right now to build with. I'm just collecting these pallets. Maybe we can do something with the gravel too. Dirt slides. That is something we could turn on, you know, after World Gen. I believe that's something that can be turned on. It seems like it should be. Let's see. Mudslide, imagine. Well, it's got the dirt slides. I guess you could call it a mudslide, but it's just the dirt blocks. I find it super annoying. Saturn likes them. I know Saturn does enjoy them, but I've played in a world with them, and I just didn't care for it. Now, I do like cave-ins. I find cave-ins to be realistic, and it adds a whole nother like layer to mining and stuff. So whenever I'm going for a challenging world with like more realism, I will turn on cave-ins, but not the gosh darn landslides. I hate them. All right, anyway, enough about that. Dirt slides are realistic too, certainly, but I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to get into it. So I'm doing very small little pieces here, but we are dealing with a whole bunch of gravel, like literally 3 freaking layers of this stuff. It's alright. Even small pallets will still give us stone. Let's see, the problem is the slopes. VS generates too many slopes, yeah. I'm pretty sure in this world I'm using Terra Preta, or Preti, as a World Gen mod. I've got a different one on our multiplayer server, but this one is Terra Preti, whatever the hell you say. Stargazer question, I'm new to Vintage Story. How do you get more capacity in your green hunger bar? Ooh, that's a good question. Well, to be quite honest, my friend, I think that in the vanilla version of the game, there is no way to. Correct me if I'm wrong in chat. Anybody, Andy or Saturn, you guys know. I don't think you can increase it without mods, but one of the cool mods that will allow you to do that, which I have installed right here, is called X Skills, and I do really recommend this. In fact, I got a video on this mod on my YouTube channel, and it will allow you to increase, right here, huge stomach, increases your maximum saturation by 500. And X Skills is awesome because, like, as you do various things like cook, you'll gain experience, and then eventually you can put ability points into it and stuff. So I really recommend it, and it will do exactly what you want it to do. So no way to increase it as far as you know. Thank you, Alley Cat. Appreciate that. Not possible in vanilla. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. That's what I thought. So you cannot. Okay. Thanks, guys. But X Skills, check it out. Again, you watch the video on my YouTube channel if you're interested in just like a quick brief overview. I don't go into like detail with all the abilities because the video would have been like an hour long covering all these, but highly recommend it. Like we started this multiplayer server about a month ago, not here, not this world, but a different one. And it's out of all the mods that we installed on that server, I would say that X Skills is by far the favorite of mine personally. And I know a few other folks on the server really enjoy it too. It just adds like a very cool RPG element to the game. And the author is like really creative because some of these are super interesting like abilities. You know, again, we're not going to go into a bunch of these, but you can just see how many there are. But anyway, highly recommend it. Can't recommend it enough. All right, let's get some serious stone. What's Andy saying here? Rustbound Magic is quickly becoming a close second. You know what's a close second for me is this mod that we're using currently on screen, the Stone Quarry. Just a little quality of life, little quality of life mod, arguably, but tell me you don't love the Stone Quarry mod, Andy, because I know you do, buddy. Charcoal burner, meat shield, yeah, no, you should check it out. Check it out, Andy. I believe it can be added to a game like mid playthrough, so there's no harm in that. And yeah, super cool mod. Absolutely. I knew it. Your secret is not safe with me. All right, let's get this. We're clearing out basalt, people. Actually, I'm glad we got this. I like basalt, especially when it's polished. Oh yeah, our little tower is going to transform from a rammed earth monstrosity into a sleek black obelisk. You know, reference to 2001: A Space Odyssey. Okay. Arthur C. Clarke, his masterpiece. Basalt Cairn, got one. Got one already, Alley Cat. It's back home. Better believe it. I'm actually kind of dumb. I made 2 cairns by accident, but it's alright. We won't talk about that. It would be hard to cover all the skills and X skills, but as long as you cover the basics, it's more important. Yeah, and it will be good for a noob. And another thing, too, the reason I actually made the video to explain the basics of it, obviously, but it's a pretty self-explanatory mod. But, I mean, when you go look at the mod page, it doesn't have a picture. The description of the mod itself is only like 6 sentences, and most of that is just like compatibility with other mods. So it criminally undersells itself. The mod art there, like, no shade on them because I love their work, but it's just, yeah, it's like I want to bring more people's attention to this one because it's really cool. And hell, I'll even design them a little thumbnail they can put on their mod page if they want. But let's see. Speaking of the cairn, somebody stole mine out of the windmill. What? Sorry, I just yelled into my mic. Along with the axle and angled gears for it. Are you serious? Somebody took something out of the windmill. Really? Huh. That's not good. That's not good at all. Well, I mean, definitely, I know you probably don't want to claim it, because then that makes it so much more difficult for, like, you and Nitro to share it. You know, it just makes a headache and shit. But, goddamn, put a lock on the door. I mean, that way at least, I don't know, even then, can you give a key to another player? I can't remember now. Damn, dude, that's not good. I don't like to hear that. I mean, that's super easy stuff to make, too. There's probably some of that, like, materials in the community chests. Yeah, that's weird. Oh, look, I just gained a survival skill standing out here. Doing nothing. Let's put one in there. Maybe we'll do well rested. No. Healer. Give me another huge stomach, because I do have a point in meat shield, which I actually really like this combination of huge stomach and meat shield. They go well together. Maybe it could be a server restart pushing some of the crafting. Yeah. The thing with yeah, I mean, there's always possibilities. If it was the chunks being reloaded, though, it would like erase the whole thing. So that's not it, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'd like to think that it wasn't another player for sure, and then it was like a server issue. Whoa, 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 whoa. When did you notice this, Andy? When did this happen? Just today? Like when you first logged in this morning? There's probably a way I could like comb through the actual files and look, but I don't know if I could be that perceptive. This morning when you got on, okay, so it's something like overnight maybe. Huh. You make chat groups and grant access, okay. My crops are not growing, so weird things are happening. Weird things are happening. Maybe I just reset the server this morning. Like I try and get on early in the morning and restart it every day, but yeah, might be worth talking to Bisect Hosting, the servers who we rent from. Yep. The last time we had an issue, they like reinstalled the files, like the full game files, when I contacted them, and obviously it doesn't cause us to lose any like server stuff, so might not be a bad idea to try that again. Pulled some of the rice grain from it. Huh. Find the culprit and kick. Well, listen, if I do find somebody stealing like that, I will kick them 100%. Not to be a dick, but I mean, come on. That's a clear and present danger. But yeah, that's a serious matter for sure. We've never had any issues like that on the server either, so hopefully it is just like a blip with the software, the hardware or something. Hey, Laughing Gas, what's up, my friend? There he is, the author of the Dinosaur Mods. Laughing Gas is in chat, people. Alright, we've got enough. Let's get back. Sun's getting low. Yeah, it's getting evening. God, I spent the whole day out here just mining up stone. Let's look at our goats before we go back. But thanks for coming by the stream today, my friend. Appreciate you stopping in, checking in on things. Still not dead yet, but we are on our very last life. Oh, and I know that we've got at least a couple of folks in here who are playing with the dinosaur mods themselves. The guy from Saturn has started his own little multiplayer server with his son, and he's got your dinosaur mods installed on him, buddy. So they're making the rounds for sure, for sure. Oh, and I've also got them pinned in chat. If anybody in Twitch with us is interested in playing with the Dino mods, check the pinned comment in chat. That'll take you to the full, mod pack collection. Highly recommend them. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it does sound fun. Oh, yeah. Mob health bars. Yeah, that's a server side. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a client side mod too. So it's a really nice one. I like it. I like it a lot. Some people, you could argue that it would break immersion, but I like it. And you got to get pretty close to them for it to pop up. Like, you don't see it at this distance, you know what I'm saying? So it's not so bad. But I do really like the mob health bar one. Yeah. Yeah, you'll learn about a whole bunch of mods, Andy. Stargazer Andy playing or watching my mods and stuff, buddy. You better believe it. The Dino mods for the win. Utah Raptors are terrifying. Yeah, I need to stop reading chat while we walk home. So we're not too far from our little monstrosity of a tower, but I've got some dinosaurs in between me and them, so let's move. Let's move, people. Yeah, I've got a since we're on the last life of this run, I'm thinking ahead. I don't want there to be any interruption on the channel in terms of content. So I've already started my Snowball Earth Challenge, my Polar World Challenge. It's up on my Patreon. The first episode is, and the second episode's going to go up tonight. But the reason I bring it up is because I decided to go ahead and install some of the dinosaur mods on that one too. I don't have every one of them installed because the focus is more on the Polar Challenge, but they are there. There's a few of them. I won't spoil which ones just yet, but you got to watch the series. And of course, that's not going to air on YouTube until after we're done with the dinosaur playthrough. So hopefully that's not going to be for a while. And I don't need to go around. We do have a secret mosasaur hiding in the bushes right there. I don't want to walk into that big guy. Reach out while walking home. What could possibly go wrong? Exactly. Oh, let's go look at our little T-Rexes trapped in the pit. Let's see if our little babies have grown up. I doubt it. But Stargazer Andy says, would an upside-down L shape work to keep those raptors out? Oh, let's see. I'm curious how rare spawn will be in a winter world. Yeah. Well, I can tell you... Okay, they're not adults yet. Uh-oh. I can tell you that I've already seen some dinos in the winter world. Not all of them, just one particular variety. And again, I don't want to spoil it yet, Laughing Gas, but this, and I'll mention too, the Polar World is going to be an edited Let's Play series airing only on YouTube. So I'm not going to do live streams for that world, but we will still live stream Vintage Story. That's just going to be on my multiplayer server and stuff like that, but just thought I'd mention that. Alright, so... what time is it? Maybe we stay awake tonight. Let's put this gravel away. I don't need the gravel. But I do want these pallets. Oh, I didn't even use the support beams, duh. That's okay, we'll just put those away. Maybe next time I go mining, I'll remember to take them, but that's probably not going to happen. Alright, so we're going to grab the wedge. No. We want the finishing. Yeah. Going for some beautiful polished basalt. Dark as night. Ooh, I wish we could get some obsidian up in this piece. Not today, though. So, now we take our iron hammer, put it in the offhand. We take our finishing chisel, and we chisel. No need to spoil just writing my thoughts out loud. Right on, my friend, right on. Yeah, but I really appreciate your mods a lot. And, I mean... I can see using them in almost all my playthroughs going forward. Again, not every single one. There might be some worlds where I don't necessarily install the predators, you know, maybe just an herbivore or two, just for flavor, you know. Plus, I like having animals in the world which give an abundance of meat, too. That's really helpful. I mean, there is a point where meat becomes a non-issue once you start, like, domesticating pigs and sheep or whatever, but it is nice to be able to get out there and just kill, like, one animal and get a stack of meat. You know, as long as you're a capable hunter, that is. Alright. So, we're getting a bunch of polished basalt together. First thing I'd like to do with this is head below to our cellar and try and just expand it a little bit. We had an issue with the cellar because it collapsed on my head last time I tried to work on it, but I didn't really have any good blocks to work with, so... Alright, let's see. It's good to have somewhat of a backlog with the single-player world for YouTube. Yeah, that's what I think, too, Matza. Yeah, and I don't want any kind of interruptions, especially with the Vintage Story. I mean, heck, my channel's not entirely devoted to Vintage Story, but almost. Although we are going to do some RimWorld content now that the new DLC is out. But, alright, let's see. What time is it? Well, I mean, I just literally got all the basalt. God, that was only one stack, not even a full stack. Jeez, we're going to have to go back for more. Well, that was a pretty pathetic showing for the iron splitter plugs, but I should have done bigger chunks. It was my fault. I apologize to the splitter plugs. Also, we should make 2 more of them. Let's go upstairs and make 2 more splitter plugs. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll go to bed. Because although a stack of basalt is nice, it's not enough. It's not enough, people. We need more. Stargazer Andy, when you asked about that L shape, I'm not sure what you were referring to exactly. Alright, where's the charcoal? Probably more than I need. There we go. Okay, so put that back. Let those heat up. Gotta get the tongs. Okay. Boom. And we're out of food. Let's go grab some food real quick. The shape of the walls prevent climbing is what he was referring to. Oh, okay. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, I probably missed a chat message. Over the fence or the wall, have the lip on the outside so the raptors bonk their heads up. Let's see here. We'll just grab that one. Whoops. Yep. All right. Man, oh man, it's good to be back in the prehistoric world. Okay, we're going straight up. Should be nice and warm. Looks like our ingot molds are done. Let's grab those. Take them up to our blacksmithing level. Beautiful. Need to make some more fire clay bricks at some point. Okay, here we are. place. Alright, quickly. Wait, this thing's not going to be helping me, is it? Hold on. It's kind of nice not having to listen to it either. Alright, splitter plugs. There it is. Pretty easy recipe. Where the hell's my hammer? Pretty easy recipe. And of course, with the wonderful blacksmithing plus, we will be able to salvage some of the extra bits that we're chipping off here. I'm going to need them too pretty soon. This hammer's almost broken. Saturn says... Okay, it's talking about the raptors. Yeah, see, that's the hard thing about the raptors. You got to be smarter than they are. Luckily, I haven't encountered any raptors in this world, this playthrough, which is, I don't know, it's unusual, I guess. Hard to say. I do have I have every Dino mod installed, so they just might not have had a chance to spawn with all the wildlife around. There's only one way to find out that the Utah Raptors climb fences: the hard way. Yeah, an overhanging lip is probably a good idea. Alright, good. And... hammer's not broken yet, and we won't have to worry about it. I need some water up here for quenching. Definitely. But, not to worry, we'll just put those away. Go down. Put this away. Alright, let's go to sleep. Hopefully our little plugs will be ready. Hey, Herpy Derply, hello, welcome to the stream, my friend. Thanks for coming by. Glad you can make it. We're here in the prehistoric world. You did have the Utah Raptors early in this series. They just moved on. Okay, yeah. I probably didn't recognize what they were. Dinosaur mod on, no elephants or anything to substitute undiluted terror. Yeah. I've had a couple of jump scares in this run for sure so far. It's been fun, though. I wouldn't trade it for the world. So these are still a little bit warm. Let's go down to the bottom. And let's have a little breakfast. What are we having for breakfast? Hearty red meat nugget stew, people. How's that sound to your palates? Is that good? All right. Bam. Okay. Let's get ready. We're going to make another trek out there and see if this is too hot. Too hot to handle? Nope, they're good. Iron splitter plugs, hammer. Let's do it. We're going to go get some more basalt. Sounds great. A well-balanced breakfast. Protein with more protein and a little bit of protein sprinkled right on top there. Oh, okay. So I've got the actual basalt in my inventory, and I carried around some iron bits for some stupid reason. Are you no longer eating out the floor? No, I don't eat out the floor much anymore these days. It's funny, but I started... well, I think when I started, I don't think they had added the ability to pick up food directly from the crock pot yet. I don't know, but either way, when I started, I used to eat right from the bowl. Like, I would put the bowl on the floor like this and just eat from that, which you can do, but much like a puppy dog. But no, I don't do that anymore. I've graduated. I'm an actual human being now. Okay, so we're gonna get out there. Let's do it. Oh, I wonder, let's go check our resin. I forgot all about that. That's one thing searching for. How's this doing? 97% hardened, baby. Let's go. Now I wonder if the cold weather helps that harden up a little bit quicker. 43% hardened. Alright, we won't mix those. The food and health inspectors banned him from it. There ain't no food inspectors in this world, my friends. Unless you count the mosasaurs. Look at this camouflaged little worm over here, trying to act like he doesn't even exist. Oh, but he's there. I'm not going to disturb him. He's kind of like my bank account. He's like my savings account. If we ever get really, really hungry, I'm going to poke him to death. Alright. Hey, Lag Monster's here. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Thanks for coming by the stream, my friend. I appreciate all you guys dropping by today. Okay, we did have a bear harassing the Triceratops for a while. So I gotta be careful around these parts. Don't want to die. We are on our last life of this world. That snow-covered one is so cool, I know. Yeah, it makes them much harder to spot. See, I was hoping, I was kind of speculating during the fall, a couple of streams back, whether or not, you know, the dinosaurs would spawn less in the really cold weather. I mean, as far, other than Triceratops and Mosasaurs, I haven't seen many, so maybe that's still true, but they are definitely harder to see with that snowy camouflage they get on them. But that's okay. Just gotta stay on my toes a little bit. So you caved into the man's demands and no longer eat from the floor. Whoa, what the frick? Bro, that looked like a banshee coming out of the sky at me. Why was it? What was up there that was running from? Is there a predator up there? Or is it running from me? Yes, I don't... I've conformed. In my old age, I no longer rebel against the system, and I don't eat off the floor anymore. I also use a fork and a knife now too. So just my face. All right, what do we got? Where do we got? I need some baby goats. I hope we're ready for them. I'm a little nervous they're gonna fall down the hole in the center of my windmill, but I don't know. We'll find out. Come on, I hate these goddamn gates. All right, let's see. It was Matt. It was like, I think it was high on laughing gas, actually. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Ready to mate. God, why does it take them so long? So the females haven't even eaten enough portions yet. They got to eat 10 portions before they're ready to mate, but, I mean, their troughs are full. I think it's actually kind of good that we're sticking around this general vicinity and digging up stone here. Maybe that'll coax them to eat, being in the same chunk with them. But we do want to move, yeah, far enough away that we're not actually spooking them. All right, let's do this. So, how can I do this without digging out a bunch of gravel again? I don't think there's much way. God, I wish 10 portions is nothing compared to the mammoths. That's right. On the multiplayer server, our friend Andy here is taming and domesticating mammoths, people. Believe it. Believe it. And they can actually be ridden too, like the dinos can. Are you going to bait the T-Rex trap with a goat like in Jurassic Park? Laughing Gas made that joke already in a previous stream. You can't steal his joke, Saturn. No, I'm just kidding. But, no. No, I'm not. Those goats belong to me and not any stinking dinosaurs, people. Now, this is going to be a big old slab right here. Alright, this is what we're talking about. Let's get this one out of here. Do you like how I dig from the bottom up? Makes a lot of sense. Herb says, I demand a mammoth Uber system. Oh, that's great. I like it. I'm just going to take these out. Yeah. We could have... Oh, we could have a little taxi service on the server. You know, instead of we'll have to uninstall the translocator mod. And instead of that, it's just going to be rides from Andy and his mammoths. Yep, that's it. When we finish this stream, I'm going to uninstall the translocator mod, guys. Sorry. Has to happen. We have to set up an elephant Uber. It even kind of rolls off the tongue. Kind of nice. Elephant Uber. You know? Sounds good together. Feels good in my mouth. It's a weird way to say that. Andy's Mammies. That sounds like something else. Oh, I love it. Yeah, Herb, you're a pretty funny guy. I assume you're a guy. But that little blue 2.0 that you named, I already commented on it a couple times, but so funny. Okay. Go, 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 go. wife. Wait. Oh, my wife isn't so sure. Well. Wait, she isn't so sure that you're funny or that you're a man? Gotcha. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Alright, let's do this. Now we're getting some serious stone edge here. Yeah, we can go down a little bit more. Sometimes in order to get the big slabs, you got to break a few blocks, you know. Alright, we're going to do a big boy block here. Right, dig myself a way out. Okay. Bilbetto, what's going on with all the basalt for? Well, good question, Bilbetto. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Thanks for coming by. We're in the dead of winter, and I figured now's a good time to do a little bit of work on the house. So I think we're going to upgrade from rammed earth to basalt, polished basalt. And of course, we're over here by our goats too, so kind of keeping an eye on them, just trying to breed them up so we can capture some of the babies. But yeah, plus I like basalt. It's nice deep black color. And we're using the stone quarry mod. I don't know if you're familiar with that one, Bilbetto, but allows us to make dig up huge amounts of stone. Oh, we got shale down here. Okay, so I'm starting to get some shale. Maybe we can use that for roofing materials or something. Alright, so we're going to do this. Start up here. And let's dig it out. I've never tried it, but it looks really useful. It's extremely useful. If you like to build with stone, and I'm talking polished, ashlar, cobblestone, whatever you want. You can even get these regular rocks too. If you want to build with rock, you can do that. But yeah, you can't beat this for just collecting large quantities of the stone. And you end up with these slabs, which we're going to take home, and we'll go through how to use those shortly. But the quarry mod is amazing. It is. Yeah, I was bragging about the X-Skills mod earlier in the stream, about how great that one is, and I said I think that the stone quarry is a close second for me. Although Andy pointed out that the Rustbound Magic mod is pretty cool too, which is true, but this one right here is just so critical. Oh, and also if you like to chisel, if you like to do statues, or you want to do like a big chiseling project, you got to get the stone quarry mod. I like to build with polished block. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why this... Okay, we've got... God damn, I dug myself a pretty big pit. But let's not go home just yet. It's only noon. We'll keep collecting more. But yeah, I'll show you how we get polished stone from this. And it's a breeze, too. It's really simple. Boom, boom, boom. You could say, I guess you could argue that it makes collecting stone a little bit too easy. But to be honest... The way that you collect actual rock in vanilla is so difficult. It's like such a pain in the butt that you need something. Alright, I really just want the basalt, not the shale. Let's go. Herb says, glad I did say it earlier, Andy. The Rustbound mod has made the game way more interesting and way more tedious. Yeah. Well, that's not a bad thing necessarily, right? You got to grind it out. Got to be all grindy. I said it does kind of remind me of World of Warcraft in a weird way. Like some of the terms they use, like mage weave is straight out of WoW too. Of course, it's probably not unique to World of Warcraft, but there's also things like the grindy nature of it, because of course WoW is an MMO, so like the developers intentionally make things grindy so you keep coming back and subscribing month over month. But it also introduces, you know, a slower build up, you know, which is good, because once you finally reach those high levels of power after, you know, weeks of grinding it out, it makes the satisfaction that much more sweet. Alright, let's see. I don't know. I love the vanilla stone collection myself. I love my little checker patterns. Well, you are the contrarian of the group, Saturn, that's for sure. But I understand. You love getting down and dirty with the earth. That's what it is. That's why you love all things panning, gravelly, mudslides and the like. Alright, sometimes I can't tell which is gravel and which is actual stone. Alright, that's good. Look at this. We got hovering snow. Alright, the best thing about these is, like, you can place them while you're standing on the block. Like, your body doesn't interfere with these. It's a small little thing, but I like that, obviously. Now, that's a block right there. Mage Weave. That's... wait, are you saying that's what's... What did I say? Wait, hold on. Are you correct in... Basalt for the framework, chalk for the filling, andesite for the accent. That's a good one. What'd you say Mage Weave for? You said Mage Weave, but I just trademarked. Oh, I see the trademark. I thought I called it something wrong. Mage Weave trademarked. Yeah. No, there's literal Mage Weave bags in World of Warcraft, just like in Rustbound. There we go. Let's see. It's getting a little bit... We're losing some light, but... You can never have too much basalt. That's what my mother always said. So let's keep getting some here. Okay. Let's clear out a bunch of this gravel. Let's make this one worth our while. Get that out. I'll give this stone quarry mod, the quarrying of stones is realistic. Yeah. Using the splitter plugs. I mean, that's a technique that they use in real stone quarrying, right? I think still to this day. Not just like in ancient times and stuff. You are the basalt of the earth. Getting in on the puns. Punning it up over here. I love it. There are some YouTube videos on the construction of the Castle Guidolon. Oh, I'm going to butcher that. The stone quarry guy was using plugs, much like these, to break the stones. Yeah, it's just like a wedge or lever. I mean, the concept is the same as a wedge or a lever. And I think, what is the old Archimedes quote where he says, "Give me a lever large enough and I'll move the world"? You know, brilliant guy, obviously, but it just shows you the strength and the power that the wedge can have. Oh, I didn't do that right. Oh, crap, hold on. Now, this is the first time for me. Can we take these out? Oh, okay, I thought it broke. I thought I ruined it. No, we're good. Okay, we're fine. No freaking out, people. Calm down. Eric the GM. What's up, buddy? Oh, Sonagara raiding with a party of 8. Thank you. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate the raid. Eric the GM says, you know, you really shouldn't take your source of good building stones for granted. Coming in strong with the puns. I love it. Thanks, guys, for coming in. Hello. Welcome. We're doing some vintage story. Playing with the legacy of the Phanerozoic mods. So we are in a prehistoric world. This is a Homo sapiens run. Sonagara, welcome. Hello, so are you doing the vintage story? That's right. Yeah, we're playing in a pretty heavily modded run right now. As I was saying, this is a Homo sapiens world, so we don't have a map. But we're playing with all of the dinosaur mods. If you guys are familiar with those, officially they're called Legacy of the Phanerozoic. Yeah. Oh, yep. The quarry mod. We've been using that too just recently. Yep. I've got a mod list on my YouTube page for this series, but I can probably link that to you guys. But yeah. Oh, how's our goats? All right, they need to be refed. But the coolest part about these dinosaur mods is we've got the mod author himself in chat with us. Say hello to Laughing Gas, the author of the Legacy of the Phanerozoic, who's good enough to stop by the stream today with us. And get back in here. If anybody is interested in playing with the dinosaur mods themselves, giving them a try, I've got them linked in the chat too, by the way. That's the pinned comment in chat. But all right. Yeah, we've got some goats here. No, they're not bait for the Tyrannosaurus Rex. I'm just trying to breed up some goats. Okay, she's pregnant. Woohoo! Okay, good. I think hanging out here by the goats for the day actually helped things. Now they're pregnant. Going to lunch, but lurking, no problem, my friend. Thank you for coming by again in the raid. I appreciate you. I hope you had a good stream, too. It's always great to meet new folks. Thank you, thank you. There's Laughing Gas. Yep, Dino Creator is here with us. They just said something in chat. And I really recommend the mods, too. They're really fantastic. Let's see here. Very thrilling and scary, but at the same time, if you want to play like a more... There's some Triceratops types right there. It's not true Triceratops, but I don't want to get close enough to see the tooltip. So we're going to kind of go around them a little bit. Question, is there tiger sharks? No, there's no tiger sharks, but there are mosasaurs. Are you familiar with the mosasaurus? It's not a dinosaur. It's not a true dinosaur. It's a reptile. It's an aquatic reptile from the time of the dinosaurs. But so you can get aquatic creatures. Big old deer. You have not watched this mod in action. Yeah, there's actually, I think, 12 total mods in the collection, but it's really cool the way it's set up, because you can install just like one or two of the dinosaur species, or you can have them all, you know, whatever you want. If you just want to play with T-Rexes alone, you can do that, or if you just want to play with like all of the herbivore dinosaurs, you know, that's possible too, so... Pretty sweet. Oh, those are the Pachycephalosauruses. Gotcha. Saturn coming in. Yeah, I really love... Oh, we got a mosasaur right here, too. So this one kind of beached itself when the... Because I'm standing on a lake right now. My base was built in the middle of a lake. But this mosasaur kind of beached itself when the ice came. It's still alive. I mean, where's your tooltip? I don't want to get too close because it'll turn and attack me if I get too close to its head. Its head is right over here. There's its eyeball. Yeah. So it won't die. Oh, okay. Yeah, see. Get too close, it starts to freak out. It's actually kind of nice. I was saying earlier before you guys raided in, this is kind of my bank account. Whenever we run low on food or meat, I'm just going to come out here and slaughter that guy. But speaking of dinosaurs, if we take a look in this pit right here, oh, what are those? We've got a couple of T-Rex babies. And again, these aren't Tyrannosaurus rex. They're just a species of Tyrannosaur. I believe the proper name is Keanosaurus or King Joasaurus, something like that. I'm terrible about the pronunciations, but Lag Monster was in earlier. Yeah. But one of the really fantastic things about the Dino mods is you can actually tame them and domesticate them through the normal process of breeding up several generations, and then you can actually mount them. You can ride them like the elk in vanilla. So that's what we're going to do with these T-Rexes here, hopefully, if I don't die first. Alright, let's get inside. Lag Monster was here, but I think Lag is actually out on vacation, Saturn, so he's probably popping in and out of the stream if he's even still in. He's been on vacation for the past few days. Alright, let's put that up there. Oh, there he is. Lag's here. It figures it's just the video too, even after refreshing chat works too. Oh, you were actually getting some lag, I see. And you thought Lag Monster had cursed you. I understand. I'm sorry if you're getting lag. Let me see. No, my frames are pretty solid, buddy. We shouldn't be having any lag here, from my end at least. Alright, we're going to grab our finishing chisel. With the hammer in the offhand, we're going to apply the chisel to the pallet. And you can start to see the polished blocks come right off. Look at that. Boop. Easy as can be. Alright. Yeah, my goal here, since it's winter, kind of decided to do a little bit of a building stream. So we're going to replace some of the packed earth, I think, with stone. But I'm going to start from the bottom up. So we're going to work on the cellar first. But let's get rid of this gravel. Yeah, I don't want this gravel. Yeah, Bill Beto, you can see just how simple and easy it is to get stone with this. So we've got a stack and a half, just about. Let's put that away. And I've still got a few pallets to go, so... Stargazer Andy, smart way to stone your vines. Put that down. Couple of these. Yeah, the stone quarry mod's fantastic. Lag says he's restraining himself. The lag powers do sometimes kind of have a life of their own. Yep. What do you need to do? Saturn, I know you're kind of joking, but you might want to restart your Twitch app. I'm not sure if you're watching on your phone or your PC, or if it's the app versus just the web page, but always a good idea to try shutting it down and restart. And let's see. Yeah, you could always bribe Lag Monster too with temporal gears. Let's see, Saturn's resorting to begging. No begging in chat, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to ban you, Saturn. No begging. Okay, so I ended up with 6 polished shale, which we don't really need, so we'll just drop that off. Oh, I still got one more slab. Let's finish that off. Give us... Oh, this got 36 some odd basalt in it. Let's go, let's go. Thanks for coming by the stream, everybody. Appreciate you. I stream Vintage Story every weekend on Friday and Sunday. We're doing a challenge run, so this is not only a Homo Sapiens run with dinos, but it's also a limited life run. I started the series with 20 lives, and we are officially down to the very last one. This has become a true hardcore run, people. So, if I die one more time, the dinosaur series is officially over, and it's going to be a sad day. But it's not going to be today, people. Not today. Not if I have anything to say about it. So, let's put our hammer away. My house is a vertical tower. And the blacksmithing is right over here. Alright, put that away. We're going to go below and work on the cellar. Let's do this. Straight down we go. A little bit deeper than it needs to be, but yeah, you can see it's a pretty pathetic little cellar. I've actually got some sausage here. Fresh for a year. Oh, look, it's almost dried. Requires 11 hours. But, so, I'd like to, yeah, push back some of these walls and replace the stone with nice polished basalt. Now, obviously, we're looking at 7 by 7. The hard part is we do have instability. Okay, yeah, see, this instability is at 100%. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take these off. I'm going to have to pop right back upstairs real quick and grab some beams. We're going to put some temporary roof beams up. Let's just drop the sausages off. Boom. Yeah, if anybody's not used these meat racks, too, before, they're really fantastic. Come from Culinary Artillery, which is a really popular mod, so I'm sure a few folks out there have probably seen them before, but oh man. Oh, let's see. What did I come up here for? Oh, okay, the beams. There we go. Got a couple stacks of beams. I'm already prepared because I've had multiple cave-ins. Alright, so knowing that this is going to be a cellar where I don't want like a whole lot of wood, these are just going to be temporary, I hope. Okay, good. That brought us our instability way down. So, let's be careful. Oh, no. Oh! Wait, I have 1 life left. You died, 1 life left. How did that happen? No, it says all lives used up. Cannot revive. What? It says I have 1. Damn it. Are you kidding me? From a cave-in. And I had a beam up. Why did it cave in like that? Oh, I bet you there was some cracked... Oh, there was some cracked stuff. Damn, all this progress, Mother Earth. That's what did me in. I know. I know it. Gosh, dang it. Oh, I was hoping that it would have been a baby T-Rex that had eaten me, but no such luck, huh? Damn it. Well, it was just a cave-in, Saturn. You didn't miss too much. I literally just had the ceiling cave in, and I had a ceiling beam above me. You know what my issue, or my main critical error? I should have been standing directly below that beam. Instead of next to it, I should have been under it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I was having troubles in my solo run today, too. That's rough. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Yeah, I was mentioning earlier during the stream, for anybody who missed it, I've already got my next challenge run planned out for Vintage Story. In fact, I just finished recording the second episode. It's going to be a polar challenge. I'm calling it the Snowball Earth Run. And since we're dead now here in our unfortunate no longer dinosaur world, that's going to be airing on YouTube probably in the next couple of days. So make sure you guys subscribe over on YouTube. Let me get you a link here real quick once the game comes back. But man, oh man, what a tough way to go nonetheless. But like I said, don't worry. And I've even got some dinosaur mods installed on the newest world too. So you haven't seen the last of some of these dinos. Let's see. Break the top block, and then the one below it, you have a habit of doing the bottom block first. Well, it was a cave-in, and I think it was due to cracked shale or granite or whatever I was digging in, basalt probably. But oh man, that is a rough one, guys. But it was bound to happen. Let's see. Live and learn, right? So boom, there you go, guys. So anybody just dropping by for the first time, I'm mainly a YouTuber. But, of course, I do stream on Twitch. But if you're interested in my Let's Play series or catching any of the VODs for this series that you haven't seen, they're all on my YouTube channel. So click that link, subscribe over there. Of course, you get notifications and stuff. But I really appreciate everybody coming by today. I'm sorry that it ended so abruptly. Still, normally we stream for at least 2 hours. But man, oh man, not to worry, not to worry. Like I said, we got a lot more Vintage Story coming in the future. So thank you once again, everybody, for hanging out. Oh, and one last thing, I am going to be streaming some RimWorld later today. So if you guys are RimWorld fans, looking forward to the new DLC, follow me here on Twitch, probably in a few hours. But thank you, everyone, and I will see you all on the next one.